What's up, ladies and gentlemen in the room? Today is Wednesday, January 17th, 2024, and on today's episode of Play by the Show, where I bring you the best PlayStation news in a tiny bite-sized form, we got a report on PlayStation's gamer habits, and we also got Ubisoft being a bunch of dickbags. But first, guess what? Brand new lens. Brand new lens. No longer do we gotta be up close and personal. We can now have a much better, much wider view of everything, like an actual YouTuber. Unless you want to be up close and personal. But with that being said, let's get right into the news. So first things first, I just woke up, so please excuse me for looking like a mix of Haku and Frederick Douglass right. But a new report came out from PlayStation that gamers are spending more time playing single-player games than online games. This fits the industry as a whole because this has been happening for the last probably 2 or 3 years. Online games as a whole are dying. We are going to see the death of the online multiplayer genre, and that's honestly very exciting. Which leads us into the second part of today's news. Ubisoft has said that they want gamers to get used to the idea of not owning their games. If you didn't know, Ubisoft is wanting to push so that your games are only rented from them. So what that means basically is next year, when the next Assassin's Creed game comes out, and you buy it anyways, even though you know it's going to be bad because you liked Assassin's Creed 2 and you hope one day it'll be as good as the Assassin's Creed 2 saga, you're not going to be able to own this. No, you're not going to have this anymore. They don't want to do that anymore. They want it to move to where you can only rent their games through their subscription service. No digital download, no physical copies, nothing on your hard drive, just straight cloud streaming. That's what Ubisoft wants the future to be. Ubisoft's director of subscriptions, Philip Tremblay, is the one who specifically said that. So obviously, being the director of subscriptions, it makes sense for him to try to justify it, but this is not what gamers want. If you look across the board, every website right now that this has been posted on, gamers are upset. You will never see a future where cloud streaming is what gamers want. Yeah, our physical copies are going away. I would say the PlayStation 6 will probably be our last physical copy console, but by halfway through the generation, we will probably be just digital on. That's a future we have to accept. However, cloud streaming is something no one's gonna get behind. The future of cloud gaming is a physical, actual console like my PlayStation 5 over there, and one of these, the backbone controller, or one of these that I do not have, the PlayStation Portal, or a handheld PC like the Steam Deck where you can download the games you want to play, but also connect to the cloud service. Digital gaming is the future. Yes, cloud gaming has no place in the future other than being able to just connect to something you already have. If you look at the PlayStation method, the Steam method, and the Xbox method, that is the cloud future that we want. Make it an option, but not the only way. Make it just so we can access our console and our actual digitally downloaded games on our console from far away. And that's it for the news portion, but I just want to throw out a little opinion right now. It frustrates me so much that these video game studios, video game publishers, video game console manufacturers even, continue to hire people who are not gamers. That might sound dumb, but consider this. If you have somebody who only reads books, only, and you make them director of a film, they're not going to make a good movie. They're not going to make good decisions because they're going to not want that to stray too far from the book. There is not a single piece of media out there where you can follow the book or the game or whatever else when you're making a film or TV show to a T and it actually be good because it just doesn't work. They're different medias. So trying to push cloud gaming on gamers who obviously are never want that. Gamers prioritize two things, frame rate and resolution. And you're not getting either of that in a cloud streaming because you're going to have so much input delay that even if you have 5,000 FPS, no one cares. Even if you're running at 30K, no one cares because it's too much input lag, too much fragmenting. That's not what we want. I've been making gaming news for a variety of things, whether it be PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo, since I was 13 years old. I began doing this on PlayStation Home. Literally, I would invite people to my little apartment, give out my Skype handle, and tell them PlayStation. Like, I would have 5 to 7 people with me every single Friday night, jumping in a call to talk. Hey, this is the PlayStation news. I've been doing this for 13 years. There has never been a thing in this entire time I've been following it where cloud gaming ever seemed like it was something people wanted. Connecting to a console or a computer on our phone, that is something we can want. That is something we all would like to do. Obviously, we're going to have better servers and stuff in place, and we're going to have better internet connections as we go forward in time. I mean, 6 gigahertz Wi-Fi connections was just announced this past week. So we're only a couple years away from even like a really bad connection being more than good enough to stream and connect to your console in the cloud, but still have your actual console at home, just you're connecting to it via the cloud now. So in conclusion, Ubisoft, stop being a bunch of dickbags. Come on, man. Like, you guys lose faith from the industry every single year, more and more and more. When this came out and we returned to form to Assassin's Creed, I genuinely thought you were going to be different. But it looks like you're still Ubisoft. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen in the web, what do you think about this all-digital future? What do you think about multiplayer games dying? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, trying to die. And I'll see you in the next video.